Have you ever looked at your supplement shelf and thought, I must be doing something good for my health? Many people over 60 feel exactly that way. A vitamin for your bones, one for your heart, another for energy, maybe something for memory. It seems like a smart routine, and for years we've been told that taking more vitamins is one of the easiest ways to support healthy aging. But there is something important that often gets overlooked. As we grow older, our bodies no longer process nutrients the same way they did decades ago. The liver works differently. The kidneys become less efficient. Digestion changes. Even the way vitamins are absorbed and stored begins to shift. Because of that, some supplements that may have been perfectly reasonable at age 40 can become less helpful or even problematic after 60. Today we're going to talk about 4 common vitamins and supplements that deserve a second look, along with 4 nutrients that many older adults may benefit from focusing on. And I encourage you to stay until the end, because the final nutrient on our list has been associated in multiple studies with better heart health, brain function, and overall longevity. Before we begin, let me ask you a quick question. How old are you and what country are you watching from today? I always enjoy seeing where our community is tuning in from. Now let's begin with number 4 on our list. The first supplement many older adults may want to reconsider is preformed vitamin A, often listed as retinol or retinol palmitate. At first glance, vitamin A sounds like something everyone should take. It's commonly associated with healthy vision, immune support, and skin health. And all of that is true. The issue is not vitamin A itself. The issue is the form and the amount. Unlike some vitamins that the body easily removes when there is too much, vitamin A is stored. It accumulates in the liver and in fatty tissues. When we are younger, the body is often better equipped to manage these stores. But after 60, that process may become less efficient. Over time, taking large amounts of retinol from supplements can potentially lead to excess levels. The challenge is that the signs are not always obvious. Someone may experience fatigue, dry skin, discomfort in the joints, or occasional dizziness and assume it is simply part of getting older. Yet sometimes the body may be reacting to nutrient imbalance. This is why many experts suggest being cautious with high-dose vitamin A supplements unless specifically recommended by a healthcare professional. The good news is that there is another way to obtain vitamin A. Foods rich in beta-carotene, such as carrots, sweet potatoes, spinach, and other colorful vegetables, allow the body to convert what it needs when it needs it. Think of it as a smarter delivery system. Instead of forcing large amounts into storage, your body can regulate the process naturally. That makes food sources an excellent option for many adults over 60. The takeaway is simple. If you're taking a multivitamin, look at the label. Check whether it contains high amounts of retinol or retinol palmitate. Sometimes making small adjustments can have a surprisingly positive impact over time. Now let's move to number 3. This one surprises many people because it has long been associated with energy. I'm talking about iron. For decades, iron has been promoted as a solution for fatigue and low energy. And in certain situations, iron supplementation is absolutely necessary. When someone has a confirmed deficiency, correcting that deficiency can make a huge difference. But here's what many people don't realize. Most older adults are not automatically low in iron. In fact, for some people, excess iron can become a concern. Iron is an essential mineral, but it is also something the body stores. And unlike nutrients that are easily removed, excess iron may accumulate over time. That is why experts often recommend testing before supplementing. Many people take iron because they feel tired. The problem is that fatigue can have dozens of causes. Poor sleep, low vitamin B12, stress, blood sugar fluctuations, dehydration, lack of physical activity, and many others. Taking iron without knowing your actual levels may not address the real issue. That is why one of the smartest steps is simply asking your healthcare provider whether your iron levels have been checked recently. A simple blood test can provide valuable information. Another thing worth mentioning is that many foods naturally contain iron. Lean meats, beans, lentils, and leafy greens can all contribute to healthy intake. For many older adults, these food sources are enough. The key message here is balance. Iron is important, but more is not always better. The goal is getting the amount your body actually needs, not simply taking extra just in case. And now we come to number 2. This supplement has been marketed for bone health for decades. Many people have taken it every day for years, believing they were doing exactly the right thing. I'm talking about calcium. Calcium plays a critical role in maintaining strong bones. There is no question about that. However, recent discussions around healthy aging have shifted the conversation. Researchers now recognize that calcium does not work alone. In fact, it depends on several other nutrients to help guide it where it belongs. Without those supporting nutrients, calcium metabolism becomes more complicated. That's why experts increasingly focus on the entire picture rather than simply increasing calcium intake. We'll talk more about that in the next section, because one of the nutrients we'll discuss later works directly alongside calcium to support healthy aging. Before we continue, let me know in the comments, which vitamin are you currently taking every day? You might be surprised how many people in our community share the same routine. Let's continue with the next supplement that deserves careful attention after 60. Number 1 on our list of vitamins and supplements to reconsider is high-dose vitamin B6. This one catches many people by surprise. Vitamin B6 is often associated with energy production, brain function, and nerve health. Because of that, it frequently appears in energy formulas, nerve support supplements, and multivitamins. At normal levels, vitamin B6 is an important nutrient. Your body needs it. The concern begins when people take much more than they actually require for long periods of time. Many older adults assume that if a little is good, more must be better. Unfortunately, nutrition doesn't always work that way. In fact, some nutrients have a sweet spot. Too little can create problems, but too much can also work against you. One challenge with vitamin B6 is that the symptoms of excess intake can be easy to overlook. Some people experience tingling sensations, numbness, balance issues, or unusual weakness and assume it's simply part of aging. Others may blame arthritis, circulation problems, or other conditions. That's why it is always worth reviewing supplement labels carefully. Many energy products contain far more B6 than most people realize. And if you're taking several supplements at once, the amounts can add up quickly. The good news is that vitamin B6 is naturally present in many foods. Turkey, fish, bananas, chickpeas, potatoes, and fortified cereals can all contribute to healthy intake. For many people, obtaining nutrients through a balanced diet may be the safest and most sustainable approach. Now, here's the important thing to remember. The purpose of today's discussion isn't to make you afraid of supplements. It's the opposite. It's about helping you become a more informed consumer. Because after 60, success often comes from being selective rather than simply taking more. Now that we've covered 4 supplements that may deserve a closer look, let's shift our attention to something much more exciting. What should you focus on instead? Which nutrients are consistently associated with healthy aging, stronger muscles, better mobility, and improved quality of life? Let's start with number 4, magnesium. If there is one nutrient that experts frequently describe as overlooked, magnesium might be at the top of the list. The interesting thing about magnesium is that it participates in hundreds of processes throughout the body. It helps support muscle function. It plays a role in nerve communication. It contributes to healthy sleep. It supports normal heart rhythm. And it works alongside other nutrients involved in bone health. Yet many adults don't get enough of it. As we age, magnesium intake often decreases, while the need for proper nutrition becomes even more important. Certain medications may also affect magnesium levels. The signs can be subtle: occasional muscle cramps, difficulty relaxing at night, feeling tired despite getting enough sleep, general feelings of low energy. Of course, these symptoms can have many causes, but magnesium is one factor worth considering. The best place to start is always food: leafy greens, pumpkin seeds, almonds, beans, avocados. These foods provide magnesium naturally while offering many additional nutrients. Some people also discuss magnesium supplements with their healthcare provider when appropriate. What makes magnesium especially valuable is that it supports several aspects of healthy aging at the same time. It's not a miracle nutrient, but it is an important one. And that's exactly what we should be looking for after 60. Consistent support rather than quick fixes. Now let's move to number 3. This nutrient is sometimes called the sunshine vitamin, and there's a good reason for that: vitamin D3. As people age, maintaining healthy vitamin D levels becomes increasingly important. One reason is that the skin becomes less efficient at producing vitamin D from sunlight. Even people who spend time outdoors may not generate as much as they once did. Vitamin D plays a role in several important areas: bone health, muscle strength, immune function, and overall vitality. When levels become low, people may notice reduced energy, decreased strength, or greater difficulty staying active. The challenge is that vitamin D deficiency is incredibly common. Many people don't realize their levels are low until they have blood work performed. That's why healthcare providers often recommend testing rather than guessing. The encouraging news is that vitamin D levels can often be improved through a combination of sensible sun exposure, nutrition, and supplementation when appropriate. Foods such as fatty fish, egg yolks, and fortified products can help contribute to intake. And when vitamin D is combined with healthy lifestyle habits, it can support stronger aging from the inside out. One thing many people notice after improving vitamin D status is greater confidence in movement. When muscles and bones receive proper support, everyday activities often feel easier and more comfortable. But we're not finished yet. The next nutrient on our list is one that many experts consider absolutely essential after 60, because its deficiency can sometimes imitate the effects of aging itself. And that's what we'll discuss next. Let's continue with nutrient number 2, vitamin B12. If there is one nutrient that deserves special attention as we get older, it's B12. Why? Because the body's ability to absorb B12 often decreases with age. Even people who eat foods containing B12 may not absorb it as efficiently as they once did. This is one reason why low B12 levels become increasingly common in older adults. What makes B12 so important is the wide range of functions it supports: healthy nerve function, normal red blood cell production, mental sharpness, energy metabolism, and overall neurological health. When levels begin to drop, the symptoms can be surprisingly easy to miss. Some people notice occasional forgetfulness. Others experience fatigue, reduced stamina, or feelings of mental fog. Some develop tingling sensations in their hands or feet. Because these symptoms often appear gradually, many people assume they are simply part of aging. But sometimes they may be related to a nutrient deficiency that can be identified through testing. This is why many health professionals encourage older adults to discuss B12 levels with their healthcare provider. Foods such as fish, eggs, dairy products, and lean meats contain B12 naturally. However, because absorption changes with age, some individuals may require additional support. The important thing is not to guess. Testing provides answers, and having accurate information allows you to make informed decisions about your health. Now we've reached number 1, the nutrient that consistently appears in research related to healthy aging, heart health, brain function, mobility, and longevity: omega-3 fatty acids. If you've followed nutrition discussions over the past decade, you've probably heard about omega-3s. But what many people don't realize is just how important they may become after age 60. As we age, maintaining healthy inflammation levels becomes increasingly important. Inflammation is part of the body's natural response system. However, when it remains elevated over long periods, it may affect multiple aspects of health. That's where omega-3 fatty acids enter the picture. Researchers have studied omega-3s extensively for their role in supporting cardiovascular health, cognitive function, joint comfort, and healthy aging. The The two forms most often discussed are EPA and DHA. These healthy fats are found primarily in fatty fish such as salmon, sardines, mackerel, and anchovies. One reason omega-3s receive so much attention is because modern diets often contain significantly more omega-6 fats than omega-3s. The result can be an imbalance that may not support optimal health. Increasing omega-3 intake helps restore a healthier balance. Many adults report that after consistently increasing their omega-3 intake, they feel more comfortable staying active, moving regularly, and maintaining their daily routines. Of course, no nutrient can replace healthy habits, but omega-3s work alongside those habits to support the body as it ages. For people who do not regularly consume fish, some choose high-quality omega-3 supplements after consulting with their healthcare provider. The goal is simple: provide your body with the building blocks it needs to continue functioning at its best. And that brings us to perhaps the most important message of today's video. Healthy aging isn't about taking more supplements. It's about taking the right ones. Many people spend years adding products to their routine without ever stopping to ask a simple question: does my body still need this? Sometimes the smartest thing you can do is simplify. Review your supplements. Read the labels. Focus on quality instead of quantity. Pay attention to nutrients that support your current stage of life. And most importantly, work with a qualified healthcare professional whenever you're considering major changes to your routine. The truth is that getting older doesn't automatically mean becoming weaker. Every day your choices matter. The foods you eat, the habits you practice, the nutrients you prioritize, all of them work together to influence how you feel tomorrow, next year, and even 10 years from now. So tonight, take a few minutes to look through your supplement cabinet. You may discover something that deserves a second look. And you may also find opportunities to support your health more effectively than ever before. Before you go, I'd love to hear from you. Which vitamin or supplement surprised you the most today? And is there one nutrient on our best list that you're already taking? Share your answer in the comments below. If you found this video helpful, subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss future videos focused on healthy aging, nutrition, mobility, and practical wellness tips for adults over 50. Thank you for spending this time with me today. Take care of yourself, stay active, stay curious, and I'll see you in the next video.